welcome to Faith Blooms, where we grow in faith, encourage one another, and seek God's truth together. I just want to say hello and welcome back to those who are subscribed, and welcome if you are new. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have a quick word from the Lord, and that word is stock up now. It's time to prepare. Stock up now. It's time to prepare. So, how the Lord began to give me this word first started through a number. And I'm not speaking about angel numbers, I'm speaking about looking up this particular number in the Strong's Hebrew or Greek concordance, which I will have in the description box below. The number that he highlighted to me was the number 656. The number 656 in the Hebrew Strong's Concordance means to cease, to fail, to come to an end, to disappear. It also means gone. And so through this number, I was led to Genesis 47, verse 15 through 16. Now, Genesis 47, it is about the story of Joseph and the famine. Now, you may or may not know, but you can go read this full chapter for yourself. But I'm going to read Genesis 47, 13 through 16. And so it reads, "There was no food, however, in the whole region, because the famine was severe. Both Egypt and Canaan wasted away because of the famine. Joseph collected all the money that was to be found in Egypt and Canaan in payment for the grain they were buying, and he brought it to Pharaoh's palace. When the money of the people of Egypt and Canaan was gone, all Egypt came to Joseph and said, 'Give us food. Why should we die before your eyes? Our money is used up.' 'Then bring your livestock,' said Joseph. 'I will sell you food in exchange for your livestock, since your money is gone.'" So in reading this, the Lord is saying that the famine is here, that it is going to be severe. And again, it's time to stock up. It's time to prepare now. Now, you may or may not know the story about when Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dreams, which is in Genesis 41. And I'm just going to flip to that right now. And so I just want to read a few scriptures from Genesis 41 and just confirming, but also just in just a reference point and just getting you to understand that there is a famine going on. There is going to get worse. You may or may not see it in your city or your town right now, but it is happening. It is going to happen. I'm going to read Genesis 41, 28 through 32, and it reads, "It is just as I said to Pharaoh. God has shown Pharaoh what he is about to do. 7 years of great abundance are coming throughout the land of Egypt, but 7 years of famine will follow them. All the abundance in Egypt will be forgotten, and the famine will ravage the land. The abundance in the land will not be remembered, because the famine that follows, it will be so severe." And I'm also going to read Genesis 41, verse 47 through 49, okay? And so it says, "During the 7 years of abundance, the land produced plentifully. Joseph collected all the food produced in those 7 years of abundance in Egypt and stored it in the cities. In each city, he put the food grown in the fields surrounding it. Joseph stored up huge quantities of grain like the sand of the sea. It was so much that he stopped keeping records because it was beyond measure." All right, so this is just confirming again and saying that it's time to stock up now. When and just just a reference, just speaking back to the time of when COVID hit. Many people were not prepared. We all remember we would go to the grocery stores, that the shelves would be empty. A lot of things that we needed, because we were getting things at the last minute, they were out of stock. We're thinking like alcohol and toilet paper and paper towels. A lot of the essentials were gone. And what's so beautiful, what's so great, and how good God is He would let us know before something is about to happen, and He would speak it through other people. And you may have even seen videos of people saying to stock up now, to start learning how to do canning, to and buying certain things. And it's time to start now. If you have not already started, it is imperative that you do so. um, you may have been one of those people that didn't stock up, but if you can start doing it now, it's important to start doing it right now, and putting things away, just like it says in Joseph chapter 41, and how Joseph stored up. There wasn't a famine at the time, but he received revelation from the Lord that the famine was coming. And don't want to be in a position where you're trying to go to the store, you're trying to buy things out of the store, and things are out of stock, and or things are going to be overpriced. It's going to be, the prices are going to be bumped up, where it may cost twice as much to buy eggs or to buy bread. And many of us are, there are people who are on a fixed income, who had difficulties before in trying to get certain things. And it's the time to do it now, to stock up on rice and beans, things that, and learning how to store certain things, getting um, your first aid kits, making sure that you have what's needed for the home at least 6 months, if you can, to a year worth of dried foods, um, and just storing things away. And so it's just time to stock up now. If you can, look for sales, take advantage of sales and coupons. It's important to just look around for sales, for taking advantage of the weeks where the markets have sales, and just stocking up, even stocking up on masks. Really, I would say, if you can, think of it as if it were COVID, that COVID is coming, and just putting things away. And not to saying this to scare you, but the Lord has been even speaking through other people about that there is a famine coming, that it pretty much has already started. Things have been dwindling. And like I said, you might not even see it in your town, but it it's coming. And just how COVID was, and how fast things have spread, how it has affected, every community, every town. And I'm just here as a mouthpiece saying, it's time to stock up. It's time to prepare. Um, Start putting things in your storehouse, wherever it is that you can store things. But it's important that we do this now. And this is just a word for everyone, that is not just going to affect, some people. It's going to affect all people. And it's important to stock up. It's important to always have just in case. I also want to encourage you, if you can, that is one of the things that the Lord has been speaking to me about, is learning how to do my own farming. Now, you may live in an apartment or wherever it may be. If it's possible for you to do so, I would highly recommend you learn that as well, even if it's just learning how to plant just a few things. Um, But it's important that even just to have a few things that we can go back on as far as food and supplies, it is really, really important. And I just hope that this word encourages you. And again, dried goods, rice, beans, um, learning how to do canning, getting Mylar bags. Um, they're just doing research. There are a lot of things that can be in your budget. And and again, as I said, doing the couponing, um, resourcing out sales for the markets, and just making sure that you have what's needed for you, or if you have a family, so that you make sure that you're prepared for when this famine becomes severe. This is just to inform you, but if not, also to warn you and to let you know ahead of time, to get yourself ready, to get yourself prepared, to stock up on even any medications or anything that you can get extras. I hope that you guys just take heed to this word, to stock up and to prepare yourselves for what is to come. I pray that this word blessed you. All of the scriptures will be down in the description box below. And if you felt led to subscribe, please subscribe, like, and share. And I will be back when the Father releases me. I love you, and Jesus loves you so much more. Take care.